Hey, I'm Latif Kanoo. I'm a senior at Lynn University and I'm a sports management major. This summer I interned at Manchester City Football Club and worked at various sectors including first team, under 21s and academy. I went on tour with the first team on their summer preseason tour. On that tour they went to South Africa, Hong Kong and Helsinki. I'm going to give you an overview of what I did during the time I spent at Manchester City, which includes under 21 at Carrington and the academy at Platt Lane. In South Africa, I worked with our team manager, Paul Banks, to support and go to the needs of the players and coaching staff. There I understood what this new role meant and how it's going to be introduced to the team this season. It's something I want to do in the future, and I think it's something very important for the club going forward. In Hong Kong, I assisted our coaching staff and our ticketing staff, including basically getting tickets out to different people and organizing and helping supervision on our open training sessions and our closed training sessions as well. Hong Kong was an interesting trip because we were in the same hotel as 4 different other Premier League teams, and it was a good experience for myself. So in Hong Kong, I assisted employees with the supervision of open training sessions and closed training sessions. I also was involved with taking care of our players with the role in South Africa that I took from helping Paul Banks, during which was, allowing new players to integrate into the new team and, getting used to the language and the different things that comes with entering a new club and a new country really as well. At the academy, I shadowed and observed different performance analysis. I encoded games that were done previously just to get me a feel of what goes on in performance analysis. Just picking up what I did 3 years ago and really going in depth on what it takes to really get kids involved with performance analysis and get them understanding the basic overview of each component of performance analysis. I also shadowed, for a week, our head of operations, Neil Roberts, and what day-to-day activities go on at the academy. After that, I was transferred over to Carrington once the first team were back from Germany. There I worked with Simon Davis, who was our assistant coach to Patrick Vieira and the under 21s. There I worked with our skills coach, Christian Wilson, with different drills and our sports science and physio departments. In week 4, I worked with our sports science department, specifically with them, on recovery and mixing different components with what it takes, what goes on with injured players and how they return to the first team. So I think that was very interesting from my standpoint because it really shows what goes on behind the scenes. So you get a whole overview of what happens behind the scenes with the first team. And my final week I spent at Carrington was involved with our physio department. There I got a little overview of what goes on with physiology, with player care in regards to the medical side of the game. During our Helsinki trip, I was involved with our sports science, our physio department, just helping them get ready for pre-game and post-game work, post-game components, and showing how players recover, etc., and what goes on a professional match basis. Also touching upon that, in South Africa and Hong Kong, I did the same sort of role, but the Helsinki side of the trip was more involved with, the sports science department. This was a unique opportunity for myself and something that I'll never forget. It's something that I'd love to apply to Lynn University and give back to the university that gave me an opportunity to do this. Also thinking about it, it's an unbelievable experience for myself going forward in the future. So I just wanted to give a huge thank you to all the Manchester City staff members that made this possible, and the players that were hospitable for me to come and do this.